love the dry down finish of this look. And if a matte brown look doesn't say fall, I don't know what does. Shit. I mean, shoot. Yes. Ooh. Ha. Hate.
Right cheek, please don't give me hype. I'm hype. Left cheek, right cheek. Write my name in ice. Real ass, real ass, real ass, real ass. Got this shit from Tina. I'm a savage.
Hey beauties, it's Nikea here with the obligatory fall makeup video. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's my favorite season. It's time for sweaters. It's time for sweatshirts. It's time for hoodies. It's time for boots. It's time for scarves. It's time for dark lips. It's time for cool weather. I'm ready. This is my favorite season. I'm also a Libra, an October Libra. It's the season I was born into. I love the scents. I love the sounds. I love the fashion. I am here for it. Now, you know, makeup has rules, but it doesn't really have rules. And, you know, there is a fall makeup look. When I think of fall makeup, I think of like browns and mattes and maybe some taupey colors, some deep, rich colors. That's what I think of when I think of fall. Even though I do wear those colors year round. But yeah, I'm gonna give you a fall look. I have no idea what it's really going to look like. I'm just going to kind of just go with the flow and move as the spirit leads me. Hallelujah. But before I get into this video, if you haven't already, take one quick second, go down below, click that subscribe button. Once you do that, that bell notification button's gonna pop up. Click that so that you never miss an upload. Join the club. Let's get into it. All right, we're in the frame. There we go. All right, so my skin is looking good. So healthy, taking care of it. So happy. I'm going to start off by priming my face with this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Water Drop Primer. So I'm gonna put that on my hands and rub that in. When I think of fall, like I said before, I think of matte. So I'm going to try my best and do some matte skin, even though I'm not going anywhere. That is all set in there. So now I'm going to set my face with this loose setting powder from Black Radiance. This is in the shade Honeymoon. I love this powder. So this is going to set my primer, provide some coverage, and it's going to help my makeup last longer. And I learned this from the one and only JaLynn. And I've done this, well, I've been doing this for almost a year now, and the makeup does not cake up. It does not feel like heavy or anything. It's just an extra layer of coverage, and this is good for people with oily skin. Definitely would not recommend this for anybody with dry skin, unless you have like a hydrating powder, which I have heard that they make those. So even though I'm going matte with my skin today, I'm not going to use a matte foundation, but we'll get into that. Y'all know me, I am a brows first person. Oh Lord, I'm looking for something that's right in front of my face. So I'm taking this concealer, which is my complexion, just with some red undertones, and I'm going to put that underneath my eye, which I feel like my dark circles should be getting better since I'm getting more sleep, you know, with staying at home and all. I'm going to go ahead and color correct around my mouth as well. Just going to cancel out any like dark circles or anything on my face. All right, then I'm going to hop right into my brows. I'm a brows first person. I just like to do my color correcting. You can also do your color correcting before you put your powder on. It's just, you know, your preference. And this color is actually kind of dark. I've been thinking about going lighter, so I'm just using a light hand. Oh, that's not so light. All right, finishing my brows. I think, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna add any more pencil. Just gonna go back with my angle brush and then just blend that product out. You know, like I said, I think for fall, it's okay to have a heavier brow, you know? Most people dye their hair darker in the fall. You know, they go for those deeper, richer colors. You know, for me, fall is just about deepness, richness, you know. You know, summer's all about, you know, bright pops of color and stuff like that. And then spring is, you know, pastel, light. And then I feel like winter and fall have the same vibe in terms of like color palettes. But where fall is a little more warm, winter is a little more cool tone, you know, a little more icy. You know, summer we want that highlight popping, so when the sun shines on us, it's glowing on our face. You know, in fall we can still use highlight, but you know, we don't want to be as, I don't know what that is, but yeah, don't need to be as bright. All right, once I blend it out with my angle brush, I'm gonna take my spoolie, make sure my hairs and the brows are going in the same direction, and that also takes off any excess product. Pro tip. And now I'm going to use my black opal concealer. I can't even remember the name. It's like down to the bottom, but it's okay because I only use this for my brows. And I'm just gonna go underneath my brows and clean them up. And this also provides a little brow highlight. And then now I'm gonna take the side of this brush. I don't worry about blending it out too much at this point because I'm going to put some concealer on my lid before I apply eyeshadow, and that's when I'll blend it out. And you can actually opt to skip this step because I feel like the way my brows look sometimes, and they look a little, you know, not as clean and maybe a little more bushy, natural. But my favorite brow is a clean, like, precision brow. I've tried to do the natural hair brow, and maybe I just don't have the right tools, but I love me a good snatch brow. Right, now I'm going to get my beauty sponge, and this is a softer one. I like to use this one for my concealer. I'm just going to squeeze it like so and blend out the concealer under my eye. And it is damp, which helps it to pick up less product because it is going to pick up some. Now it is time for the skin. Alright, so I have these samples for foundation from Lancome. It's the Skin Feels Good. So I'm gonna try. Oh yeah, look what that mixed to. That's nice. Look at me. Alright, so I'm gonna put that on my face. And this is a tinted moisturizer, so it's gonna be like light coverage, but this is like the best tinted moisturizer I've seen. Like, I feel like I'm really gonna get some good color payoff because it feels like a foundation and it smells good. All right, so I'm going to put some setting spray. This is the Matte Magic Mist Set from e.l.f. That way I get the benefits of the setting spray already in my foundation and it's not just sitting on top. And I think it's beneficial since I'm using a tinted moisturizer. And I'm just using this big face brush to blend it in. Blend it in, blend it out. Look, a little mask. It's a hydrating tinted moisturizer. So see, I have the powder on using a hydrating tinted moisturizer. So it says Lancome Skin Feels Good Hydrating Tinted Moisturizer. It's a hydrating and lightweight oil-free tinted moisturizer foundation with SPF 23 that is infused with antioxidants, perfect for creating that no makeup, natural makeup look. It says tinted moisturizer foundation, so it's like a, I don't know, it's a tinted moisturizer and it's a foundation. It's a foundation cream that feels like a moisturizer, leaving the skin glowy, giving it a nice skin finish. Okay, buildable coverage, perfect for every day, contains SPF 23. Enriched with moringa seed and hyaluronic acid. We love that. Will not clog pores. They have 11 shades. Oil-free formula leaves the skin feeling velvety smooth with a radiant glow. The color is not perfect. Okay, it says it's buildable. This is my second layer. I'm not liking the, I don't know, the maskiness of it. Maybe that's the SPF. I ain't tripping. I'm gonna save it. This is reminding me though of my Dollar Tree makeup fail. And it has a smell to it. It smells good. It smells like an older black woman who's been teaching for 30 years, but her husband got money, so she teach for the joy of it. So she just be buying expensive perfume. Reminds me of my first grade teacher though. I feel like she would smell like this. Real classy lady. I'm gonna go over it with a sponge. Maybe it oxidizes. So I also got this other sample. I know this is Giorgio Armani Power Fabric High Coverage Stretchable Concealer, and I'm using the shade 08. It is a little light, but I like the highlight that I got. So I'm just gonna put that under my eye. And you know I love to let my concealer sit so it can dry, more coverage. Okay. Now I'm using the Black Opal Foundation Stick in Carob to contour. This is from BH Cosmetics 124 brush. Is part of a set. I think it is the contour brush, but whatever. I use it for contour. It's like fluffy but tapered. And as you're blending your contour, you want to blend up. You want it to lift up your face. Get that perfect fall look. And as you can see, I feel like it's already looking better, the foundation. All right, I'm gonna blend out my chin first, forehead. What I've learned with my blending is I've learned patience, because you know I can rush and then I'll be looking at myself like, ooh, I can see lines, it's not blended. And I'm gonna go back to that contour brush and kind of blend out the edges of my highlight, you know, to have a nice gradient of color. Right, and now onto the under eye. So you can go ham on the outskirt, tab right underneath the eye. And again, back with this brush, blending out the edges and having that nice gradient of color. Time to set. So I like to do like a little, what I call a soft set. So I'm gonna take that honeymoon powder, and I have this blending brush from It's My Ray Ray collection, but it is perfect for under the eye. And I like to use the complexion powder. It gives a base. I like to use it to kind of tone down the highlight a little bit if necessary, because it'll still give me that highlighted effect, but I don't want to have to worry about flashback when I take pictures or anything, you know. Okay, now that I have that soft set, I'm going to go into banana powder from Black Radiance. I'm going to use the other side of my softer one, and I'm going to use the banana powder set under my eye. So this is going to have that highlight, but I like this banana powder because it brings like the warmth back, and then I have that base of the skin tone powder, so I won't have to worry about like flashback. All right, and then for my nose, to make it look like I actually contoured, and take a brush and just walk that powder up there. See, easy peasy. All right, I'm gonna use that same Giorgio Armani powder on my lids as a base. I'm just taking it right up to and right above my crease. Take my sponge and blend that out. So I have this little pot from Wild and Crazy. It's called Outback powder. I used to use this all the time. So I'm gonna take that on a blending brush, because I already told y'all I have no idea what way this look is going. We're gonna start off with a nice little spicy color for my transition. I feel like the transition color can also help define the brow as well. Okay, I'm gonna go with the Nubian 2 palette. I feel like this is giving all kinds of fall vibes. You know, I've been reaching for like my James Charles, Jackie Aina, Patrick Star palette a lot lately. So, you know, I need to show all of my palettes love. All right, taking this fluffy blending brush, I'm gonna go into Morocco. Just add that to the crease where I put my transition color. And now I'm taking a shorter blending brush, a little more packed. I'm gonna go into Jezebel. Focus that a little more directly in the crease, in the outer V, just on that outer portion. I really want that color to pop, so I'm kind of like packing it on now that I have it placed, building up that intensity to where I want it. I'm gonna go back and add a little Morocco around the edges and blend that out. I like the way these two colors look together. All right, I'm gonna take this blending brush, a little fluffy, a little fuller, still kind of short. I'm gonna go into Kenya, and I'm going to put that right in here. So inner portion of the V, going in towards the eyelid, just to add more depth, more smoke, more fall vibes. Okay, fall vibes. That's what we're giving. This is like a fall, summer, winter color, all-time classic. You gotta have Amber Lights from MAC. All right, I'm gonna put Amber Lights on my lid, the shadow brush, and you're just gonna see the material. I'm packing it onto my lid, and then right here where the other colors meet, I'm just tapping lightly to see like a little dusting. Don't go over the same spot too much because you don't want it to be too heavy. Then I'm going to take a smaller shadow brush, and there's this beautiful color called Ya in the Nubian 2 palette. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on this smaller blending brush. All right, really just putting it on the tip right there, and I'm going to tap that where Amber Lights meets my darker color. Now we're going to go underneath the eye. We're going to bring those same colors down. Morocco first, and I like to smudge my under eye shadow. Just smudge it all together. Jezebel, and with Jezebel I'm gonna go a little bit closer to my waterline because I want to still be able to see like Morocco under there. All right, I am going to use Kenya, but I'm just going to use it on the outer portion of my lower lid where it meets the top. Marry those two together. All right, time to sweep away this powder. And a technique that I used the other day that I really liked. So I have this Black Radiance contour palette, but I still have this sculpt shade. So I'm going to take it out on a fluffy powder brush, get a little bit of that, and then I'm just going to sweep away. All right, and then just going over the entire face with a light hand. I'm going to use this Black Radiance contour palette. This is my ride or die, tried and true. I'm going to go with that same brush that I used to blend out my contour and bronze. All right, just using nice circular motion. Now, since I have all that powder on my face, before I finish up everything, I want to go ahead and set all this powder. Just allow that to melt in, and I'm going to take my beauty sponge and pressing the setting powder. Don't just let it sit and dry. And this is a mattifying setting powder, but it's not like drying. Since I already sprayed my face, I'm going to use a cream blush. Use this fluffy brush. This is a cream cheek and lip tint in the color Red Velvet. This is from BH Cosmetics by Ashley Tisdale. And I don't know, I'm very like retro 80s. I like to take my blush up to my temple. Alright, since this is fall, I'm not going to do too much highlight, but I am going to use the one from my Black Radiance. Alright, I'm using this e.l.f. eyeliner pen in Coffee. It's actually brown. Learned this from Jackie Aina again. A nice brown liner, not as harsh as black. My battery died, but I just did my liner. And like I said, I used brown. Go in, I'm gonna actually use this smudger brush. And I'm gonna go into Kenya from the palette I was using. And I'm going to put that right on top. Using the liner pen gives you the precision, and the shadow for me gives me the richness in the color. Alright, since I did use Amber Lights from MAC, I'm also going to use Gorgeous Gold. I'm gonna take this detail brush and get some of Gorgeous Gold, which has some beautiful like green reflex in it, which I think would be a cute pop to this look. Okay, I like it. And then I'm going to go into the Nubian palette. I'm gonna put some Zuri on top there, and then I'm gonna go back to Gorgeous Gold. All right, so we're practically done. Just gonna add my mascara. Oh, and this mascara is from Wet n Wild. I got this from Dollar Tree, and I actually love it. All right, so I'm gonna go with this. This is Ellery and ColourPop Anyways. Is there anything in here? Y'all, I can almost see the bottom. Wow, the devil is busy. All right, so this is their Ultra Matte, so that's why I went and put on Vaseline. So I am going to, and it'll still dry down matte, don't worry. I'm gonna take this, the little doe foot part, and line my lips. And as soon as you apply it, that's the time you want to rub your lips together, because after that, honey, it's gonna be dried down. All right, beauties, that is my obligatory fall makeup look. I am serving you colors, deepness, richness, vibrance, sugar, spice, cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg, all of this right here. But that is it for today's video, beauties. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it and have fun with your fall looks, okay? And this is actually something I would wear summer, fall, winter, or spring, okay? Come at me. Thanks for watching. But before you go, make sure you go down below and click that subscribe button. And right next to that, click that bell notification button so that you never miss when I post. Like I always say, it's free, it's easy, and it's fun. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next one. Bye.
No comparison. No.